Hi guys, once again welcome back to our FIFA World Cup daily show and Rev Sports, and we are almost in the business end of the FIFA World Cup. Just 48 hours to go for the final, and before that, obviously the third place match. And now it remains to be seen whether Argentina will lift their fourth World Cup title or it will Spain who will lift their second World Cup trophy. Argentina so far have shown the magical, resilient football this World Cup stage, and on the other hand, Spain have been the most clinical and disciplined side of this World Cup. Of course, we're going to talk about the final game between Argentina and Spain, but before that, we'll do kind of a revisit of this World Cup so far because the first time we have seen a 48-team World Cup being hosted by three host nation, and also a lot of fairy tale story, a lot of upset, and also at the same time a lot of heartbreak as well. So we are going to do kind of a revisit before talking about the final game. First, to start with, Ruhanda, we should talk about the best fairy tale story of this World Cup so far, and for sure, it's Cabo Verde.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. And if you see multiple reports from US as well, from Europe, the big news media houses, not sports, but overall political and tourist and every business articles, they have seen a trend that the Cabo Verde tourism has increased after the World Cup.
Wow.
Yes, the Google search, the Google Analytics have shown that the search for Cabo Verde or Cape Verde vacation have increased by 5,000% from the last year. So people now know
Yes.
what Cabo Verde, where Cabo Verde is, what Cape Verde is. People now want to visit the small island nation as part of the tourist destinations. In a recent news, I think that happened 3 weeks back, that Cabo Verde have restricted on arrival visa for 95 countries because they are expecting a surge of such random tourists from all over, which will perhaps increase the logistical issues which they have currently. They don't have the capacity to handle so much pressure, so they are restricting entry from about 95 countries who earlier had on arrival visa, but now you have to go through a visa process to get there. And the tourism search have increased by 5,000% than last year, and they're expecting a few $1 million to be churned into the Cabo Verdean economy after this World Cup. So overall, they have done wonders for the economy, for the nation as a whole. Whatever on-field performance they have given us, we football fans will remember for long. Every World Cup had such a good underdog story. I remember it was, I think, Costa Rica in 2014 or 2010. Even in Russia, to 2018, Russia had a good run. Last time in Qatar, Morocco had a good run. This time, Cabo Verde had a good run. These are good stories that tell you about new nations coming up in football map. But this entirely different geopolitical and economical aspect that the next small nation has gained is incredible after the World Cup.
Absolutely. So Cabo Verde players have clearly put Cabo Verde in the map on the in the world football map for sure. As Rwanda said, there is rise in tourism and economy as well of the country, and of course everyone will remember this Cabo Verde story because for the first time I think a debutant nation have registered three
Hmm.
draws in the group stage. So obviously the whole world will remember their fight at the World Cup and also
and
the way they
and they,
pushed
and
Argentina
even
to
in
their
the
limits in
knockout
the
match, they
knockout.
have not lost the match in regulation time. Right?
Exactly. They push Argentina to their limits. At the same time, Shumrat, your thoughts on this 48 teams World Cup because there were a lot of doubts before this World Cup started. People were saying that we might not see that kind of competitive games in the group stage. They were saying that these teams like Cabo Verde or Curacao, they are here just to make up the numbers. But do you think those teams have proved them wrong?
Uh, if you have told me before the World Cup that the 48 nation format would be a success or a failure, I would have said that it can be, it would reduce the competition. We will see one-sided games in the group stages in the round of 32s, and then we might see the actual competitive World Cup. But after so many matches, just the third place match and the final is left. Now I must say that the 48 nation format is a success for sure, because due to this 48 nation format, you get stories like Cape Verde, you get stories like the other countries who are playing for the badge, like Paraguay. Although they are not so, the football is not so pleasing to the eyes, but still they are fighting fighting every minute for the nation, teams like Ecuador and all. So I think 48 Nation World Cup is a great addition to this World Cup thing. But Infantino, just like he said, in the next World Cup he will be looking to make it a 64 nation World Cup. I don't support but yes, the 48 nation. I think the
48 of the
40
ठीक है
since Okay, exactly. And I think since football is celebrated across the whole world, every nation in the world plays football. So I think 48 nation format is not that bad, and we will get more stories like Cape Verde in future as well. So obviously, just like the Giants, these small stories are needs to be recognized as well. So yes, the 48 nation World Cup is surely a success.
Absolutely. On the other hand, there were stories like some heavyweight nation taking early exit from this World Cup, and one such team is obviously Germany. We know in the last two World Cup they have failed to get past their group stage, but this time they came to USA with high expectation. But again, of course, again the similar thing. I wonder, what do you think wrong with Germany? Do you think there are structural flaws, or also there is political intervention in Germany football? In 2014 they are the world champion, but then in the next three World Cup, their failure shows that there is something wrong in their structure.
Well, absolutely, and you rightly mentioned that a team that has won the World Cup a decade back, such a downfall. If you see the Morocco example, Morocco were around world rank 84 in 2015, 2014. Now they are in the top 10. And Germany, the 2014 champions, are now nowhere near to making it to the quarterfinals even, right? So these are concerning stories. Of course, even Uruguay, one of the footballing one time they were the footballing giants, but even in recent times they did. I think they finished on in third position in a Copa in recent time. But overall, if we consider Latin American football, Uruguay will be one name that we reckon and we talk about. So these big nations, they have not performed according to their expectations. Uh, we are mentioning about Germany. Why forget Italy? They have not qualified for the World Cups even for the last three editions. So these are
Exactly.
concerning scenarios. Obviously, they Germany, Italy, they all have great league structure. Club football is good. Uh, Yes, perhaps not like La Liga or English Premier League, but Bundesliga, Serie A, these are all good. These are top five leagues in Europe, and they do have legacy clubs. But what's concerning is that do they have a good grassroots structure? Are the coaching staffs they are doing the structure? They are bringing up the right quality of players, right? If you see Argentina, at the Argentine setup, the coaching setup, Scaloni and the others, Pablo Aymar and all, who have been in the system, who have worked with the youth system. De La Fuente for Spain, he have worked with the Spanish under 15 side, under 17 side, under 19 side. So they know the grassroots, they know the ins and out of these players. So I think it's pretty important as well to have coaches who have worked with the age category teams as well and bring up the right quality of players. So lots. We can't be sitting in Calcutta and speaking of Germany and Italy what are they doing wrong. We can only analyze from our perspective that what might be going wrong. I had a chat with Vincenzo Anisi as well, the former Gokulam coach. He was mentioning that Gattuso and all they do not have. They perhaps have coaching experience in small levels, but when it comes to international standards, perhaps they are not ready to take the weight of a team like Italy. So I think lots to learn from teams like Spain and Argentina who have done these revamp of after going through a tough phase.
Absolutely. Actually, I was reading an interview yesterday, of CEO of Leverkusen, who became the Bundesliga champion last to last season. He was
Hmm.
saying that Because now it's Jurgen Klopp all set to replace Julian Nagelsmann as Germany
Yeah.
head coach, new Germany head coach. He's saying that change of head coach won't change the fortune of your team. You need to address the structural flaws. You need to address
Yes, of
from the
course.
roots, from the grassroots. Government also need to intervene. Government also need to focus on football, and also integration of football from school level. That is also very important will be for Germany, to bring back the nation to where they actually belongs to. So let's see whether
Rahul,
Germany.
you remember the in the T20 World Cup where Italy played and they got multiple headlines. We did an interview with the Mosca brothers, and they mentioned that Italian Federation, they are introducing cricket to Italian schools with an aim to develop the sport in the next decade. So I think it's the person who you are mentioning about is in the right track. That introducing school sports is a great way to have a huge pool of grassroots talent.
Absolutely. We'll talk about the final, Argentina versus Spain, but eyes will be on Lionel Messi once again. And before getting into the final, Somnath, I have one question for you. Uh, what kind of impact will this FIFA World Cup have in Major League Soccer after this World Cup? The way Lionel Messi have performed so far at this World Cup, because after this again, we'll once again back in Inter Miami. So, what kind of impact do you think it will have in the commercialization of Major League Soccer?
Obviously, MLS is all about business. US is all about business. But when the player is Lionel Messi, I don't think any the leagues doesn't matter actually. Yes, he parted ways with Europe and he went to US. He went to Inter Miami just to enjoy football in his last stages of his club career. But I think if it's any other player, I don't think that he will perform like this in the World Cup. Obviously, Messi was followed by Rodrigo de Paul, and we saw players like Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba. They're just one season, 2 seasons left in their club career. They choose to go to the MLS. Just like the Saudi Pro League, I will say the MLS is kind of a retirement home for the football greats. But yes, commercialization will be at peak after the World Cup, especially, and we will see teams spending huge chunks of money on the players played in this World Cup, especially the heroes players like the players from Cape Verde, the players from Egypt. We have seen them perform pretty well. I think we will see more young players in MLS, more players just like the Saudi Pro League. We have seen players like Laporte, players like Quinones. They are quite young, prime in their career. They are playing in MLS. We playing in the Saudi Pro League. We will see the similar situation in MLS as well. But you can't compare the form of Lionel Messi with anyone. If he's playing in the ISL also, that then also he will perform well in the FIFA World Cup. So obviously, MLS will get the benefit from the FIFA World Cup, but most likely it will stay as the retirement home of the footballing greats in the upcoming future as well.
Absolutely. And 2 decades ago, it was David Beckham who joined LA Galaxy, MLS side. And then now, 2 years ago, it's Lionel Messi. And also, they have signed Antoine Griezmann as well. So, Major League Soccer is also following the same footstep of Saudi Pro League as well. So, I think we are going to see MLS, in some top stature in next few years, hopefully, with inclusion of so many star players from Europe. But talking about the final, Rohan, we need to talk about two head coaches, De La Fuente for Spain and obviously Lionel Scaloni of Argentina. And interestingly, Lionel Scaloni was student of De La Fuente, during one coaching course in 2017, and after that they have come a long way. How do you see the tactical battle between these two head coaches in the final?
Well, it will be a battle of midfield, of course, because Spain will dominate the midfield. But for Argentina, it will be whether they can break that Spanish coordination in the midfield. So, players like strong players like De Paul and all others, even Romero and Martinez in the back, they will also have to have to play physical football to break the Spanish momentum. You need to break the momentum that Spain will try to build up through the middle. if they allow space, which England allows to Argentina, if Argentina allows the space to Spain, they will get opportunities to hunt Argentina, right? And same for Spain as well. They will also not want to allow space to this Messi gang. And till the time Messi is playing in the midfield, he will try to govern it through that zone. And perhaps Spain will also want to restrict Messi with zonal marking. But it will be again a difficult task for the left backs, right, for Spain, when Messi wants to go to that right flank and deliver those crosses. Last day it wasn't his left foot; it was his right foot that delivered that cross to Lautaro. So till the time Messi is playing in the midfield, Spain needs to get something going. And if the match, I said this in the last game as well, if Spain wants to win, then must win it within the 90 minutes. Argentina, if they push it to the extra time, Argentina will have an edge because they know how to get these crunch moments done.
This World Cup, if you summarize Argentina's performance, absolutely it has been most of the time it has been late comeback from Lionel Messi and his boys. In the last three knockout games, especially in the last 10 to 15 minutes, they have changed the course of the game. And again, credit goes to Lionel Messi, the way he has put his impact in team performance. But Shobnath, Lionel Messi facing Spain, most of the players are from Barcelona, facing a nation, for which club he has played for 15 years. And Lionel Messi also, have citizenship of Spain. So how are you seeing this battle?
Obviously, in the internet, people are saying that it's new Barcelona versus old Barcelona, one generation against going against another generation, and obviously we have said that in yesterday's live as well. It will be a win-win situation for the Barcelona fans for sure. But obviously, fans sitting in Madrid, fans sitting in Barcelona, they will want their country to win, obviously, and it will be a great thing, a great thing to say the least. We have seen the picture of Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal 19 years back when Messi was 20 years old and Lamine was a few months old. Just Lamine was taking a bath, Messi was helping him with it, and who would have thought that after 19 years those two guys will face each other at the World Cup final? So I mean, it's
I think
only
that was
possible
a
in
commercial ad, no, by
yeah,
Adidas
yeah,
or
from
some other
UNICEF,
brand from
from
UNICEF. My
UNICEF.
bad.
So who would have thought this would happen after 19 years? So I think it's possible only in football, or not no any other sport can give this kind of thing. But yes, it will be very difficult for uh, Argentina actually to win this World Cup. Not, I would say, not very difficult, but yes, it will be a 50-50 match. And again, both the teams have to play their skins out. Spain, since it's a young team, the chances of winning our chances of dominating the tempo of the match would be much more. But again, when your team has Lionel Messi in it, you can't underestimate Argentina. But obviously, Argentina with their quick pressing, with their ball position, ball winning capability in the midfield, they are ruthless sometimes, and we have seen that they pressurize a lot in the opponents in the last quarter of the game. But it can't happen against Spain, I must say, because these players are like machine, under pressure. Under If a player is being pressed by two, three players, still he would give a correct pass to his teammate. That's how they are trained year after year, day after day. So I think this match would be very, very interesting, and especially you have players like Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, who are dictating the midfield like anything. I will just say, I will just show the viewers the heat map of Rodri in this World Cup. Just a minute, but yes,
Really?
obviously it will be very, very tough for Argentina to match that workload. Obviously, Rodrigo De Paul and other players, Enzo Fernandez and all, they have a good workload in the midfield, but Rodri, if you talk about Fabian Ruiz, Pedri, they are some monster when it comes to passing. So it will be difficult for Argentina, but yet again, since Argentina has Lionel Messi, it will be a 50-50 match. So yeah, the team who will show their best will win the World Cup. That's it.
Absolutely. And before the final, we'll obviously have eyes on the third place match as well. Many might ask that why should we watch the third place match? Because there won't be that much interest while comparing to the final game. But this time, I think there are several reasons to watch the third place match. First of all, obviously, the Golden Boot race. Kylian Mbappe, Jude
Hmm.
Bellingham, Harry Kane, they are still in the Golden Boot race. And then also players like Kobe Manu or Angolo Kante. This is most likely his last World Cup, but he's yet to make a World Cup appearance this edition. So hopefully Didier Deschamps would give him a chance, last chance in the World Cup for France, and also for England. Kobe Manu, one of the youngster to watch out for at this World Cup, but ultimately finished with zero appearances at this World Cup. So there are several reasons to watch the third place match. But Rwanda, a Golden Boot race. 39-year-old Lionel Messi is still leading the race in of the Golden Boot, and I think we haven't seen someone over 30 age, 39, leading the Golden Boot race. So do you see Lionel Messi finishing with both the Golden Boot and the ball?
I don't know, man. But whether Messi wins the Golden Boot or Golden Ball, more than that, I care about if Messi wins the World Cup, because if that happens, he will be the first captain to win the World Cup twice. Pele have won it three times, but he wasn't the captain. Brazil made it back to back. Italy made it back to back. I think back in the 30s and 34 and 38. I think, but every time they were different captains. So if Argentina wins this time, Messi will be the first captain to win it twice. Then that will be one feat that everyone will remember for long. And yes, of course, Golden Boot. I think also Messi is now currently leading because of the assists. I think both Messi and Mbappe with 8 goals, but Messi leads on assists. I think that's also counted as a total. But Golden Ball, I think. If Messi wins, he will get the golden ball once again. So I think it will be nobody expected that after. I remember a commentary back in 2018 after the Argentina France match that the commentator said that you are watching Messi, perhaps Messi's last World Cup, and when we come back to Qatar, he will be 35 and all. So and he came back to win it 35, and nobody expected that he will continue for this World Cup as well. And like this, and yesterday in the after the England match in the press conference, he mentioned that I've been preparing for this World Cup for last 2 years and uh, training so much hard. Fabrizio Romano put that quote out, and it went viral. So I think Messi's hard work is also a bit underrated. When we talk about Messi, we always talk about the talent that he have, but his hard work and resilience is perhaps underrated, very much underrated. We reaching the final on so many occasions, going out on groups, pre-quarters in the World Cups, winning, losing the World Cup final, losing multiple Copa finals, and then announcing a retirement, then coming back to win the Copa and then the Finalissima and the World Cup. It's incredible. We celebrate his talent, but we don't celebrate the journey that he have been through. So it's also a lesson for many youngsters to keep on going and not giving up.
Absolutely. And in the final, it's going to be a capacity crowd at the MetLife Stadium in New York. 80,000 fans, 80,000 tickets were already sold out, and most likely it will be
What's the
mostly
ticket prices?
Argentina.
Ticket
Sorry?
prices? What is the ticket
Ticket
prices like?
prices, I think it's starting with, I think, more than 3 to 4 lakh, just starting price. Then it's, the highest price, I think 1 crore or 2 crore something. So just you can imagine. 80,000 tickets already sold out. I mean, it's a sold out crowd actually, and mostly it will be Argentina fans because Argentina,
Hmm.
the Latin American nation, they are in close vicinity of America. So I think Argentina fans are going to dominate the stadium, and the
Any,
weather
any,
condition will.
Rahul, any official statement from FIFA on the Argentina banner, Malvinas banner, that whether
Not
there
yet.
will be not yet, no?
Yeah.
Because
No
that's one
clarification yet.
hot.
How much they will be fined? No
Yeah,
clarification yet.
yeah, because that's one hot topic that's going on around in the internet. That
Yes.
and there are
Yes.
multiple
Also,
calls from the British administrators as well to revoke the Argentine players playing in England to revoke their work visa. So that's an interesting build-up that's going on. We have to see how FIFA reacts to that and how England government reacts to that. But yes, it's the situations are going hot.
another example that you can't separate politics from sports. And before the final, the weather also looked a bit concerning in New York. because of the wildfire in Canada, every
Hmm.
summer it's a natural occurrence that there is a smoke which is to cover the sky in northeastern part of America. This time also, several concerns were there, but fortunately, there will be heavy rain on Saturday, and that's why the smoke will be cleared. So uh, there were actually health alert as well. The government have informed
Hmm.
most of the locals, to be inside home. But fortunately, as there will be heavy rain, so smoke will be cleared. So not much concern before the final. Before ending our show, we'll show this pic. It's a beautiful pic. You can see the FIFA World Cup inside a case, and this case been made by Louis Vuitton, because Louis Vuitton have been entrusted for making
Hmm.
this. Bespoke World Cup case since 2010, and not only they make these kind of suitcases for the FIFA World Cup trophy, but also they make for Grand Speak and other few sports as well. But we'll end with Shomnath comment. Shomnath, a short prediction. Whom do you think will lift this trophy on Sunday night?
Vamos Argentina. Kumrat, you are on mute.
Shomnath, you are mute. Acha, Shomnath, I think, has lost his voice. He will have to rejoin. But okay, Rwanda, why don't you go ahead?
Well, it's difficult to predict this game when you are a fan of one side, right, Rahul? But I'll go with Argentina winning 3-2 in the final.
Okay,
Okay.
interesting. And of course, Shomnath, you are back. Okay, now you are audible.
Yeah, yeah, I'm audible.
Your prediction?
Okay.
Yes, go
It
on.
will be very tough match. But thinking of Rohan, I would jinx the match. Obviously, I think Spain will get a narrow victory over Argentina, and
If
Messi will
Argentina
pass.
wins, one jersey from me to Somnath.
Absolutely, and I think Lionel Messi will pass his baton to Lamine Yamal, and Barcelona fans. I think they will cry their hearts out after seeing the final.
Okay, let's see what happens on Sunday. But before that, from the update from Spain training, Lamine Yamal hasn't trained with the main team because of some, I think, muscular discomfort. But hopefully, he'll be back in the training session today. So we'll for all the update from America, stay tuned to Rep Sports, and obviously, we'll keep our coverage on till the FIFA World Cup final. So stay tuned to Rep Sports for more such show stories and shows. Thanks for watching. See you in our next show.